Okay. Hi, my name is Rayyaan and I'll be conducting my EMF2 YouTube assignment. So for this YouTube assignment, my claim was the student in Singapore have less than 8 hours of sleep during the school week. So I conducted a survey with 35 students to find out how many hours they usually sleep on a school night. I recorded their responses in Excel under the title "The Average Amount of Sleep a Singaporean Student Get." How did I get this data is I recently just made a Google form and send it to at least 40 to 30 students, and they help me answer my questions, which is the average hour of sleep they get. So to begin the analysis, I calculated three things: the average sleep time, the standard deviation, and the sample size. For the average mean, I used the average formula, and this gave me an average sleep duration of about 5.97 hours. To find the standard deviation, I use the standard deviation formula and I got a standard deviation of 2.29, which tells me that student sleep hours vary a lot. For my sample size, I use the count formula and this confirmed that 35 students responded to the survey. Next, I use a t-test to see if students really sleep less than the recommended 8 hours or if the difference is just by chance. For my null hypothesis, my null hypothesis equals to 8, and it means that students sleep exactly 8 hours per night on average. For the alternative hypothesis, is lesser than 8, which is my claim, and it means students sleep less than 8 hours on average. So I firstly calculated the t statistics using this formula, and this gave me statistics of 5.25 if negative 5.25 if rounded up, which is a large negative value, meaning the sample mean is quite far below 8. I then calculated the p-value using this formula. The result was, even though it says 4.11 something, and so on, the result was approximately 0.00004, and the significance levels is 0.05. Um, so next, to make the results more complete, I also calculated the margin of error and a confidence interval. For the margin of error, I used this formula, and this gave me a margin of about 0.79 hours, which means the true average sleep would be plus minus 0.79 hours from my sample mean. For my confidence interval, I just use this formula, which is basically the sample mean minus the margin of error, and the results is giving me the results I got was 5.19 hours. Which means that I am 95% confident that the real average sleep lies between 5.19 and 6.76 hours for the students. Since the range is still below 8, it will support the conclusion that students don't get enough sleep. And based on my data, test value, p-value, and confidence interval, I conclude that Singaporean students sleep significantly less than 8 hours a night. The results are not random, they are statistically proven. Thank you for watching.